Hello, hello.
Hi.
How is everybody?
Super awake.
Super. So awake.
Maybe the most awake I've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because I am dead. So nobody expected different from 8 a.m. Sam.
It's 9 a.m. I have a class at this time usually. I just typically don't stay up till like 3 a.m.
Hello and welcome. I appreciate the lurkers popping in to hit the like button. Hello. Morning. Hello, hello, hello. So, how's everybody's write-a-thon going? We'll do intros in a moment. CB answered the question in the private chat. Eating the sugar cookie pinwheels I made last night for breakfast because calories don't count during the cookie war. I guess that's fair.
This is true.
There, during Barrett Lowry's stream, they did a quiz from BuzzFeed that's like, what kind of cookie are you? And I took the quiz, and the quiz was like, I'm a double fudge cookie or something like that. But the more important thing is it provided a recommendation recipe of like a quadruple chocolate fudge cookie that I will now be making at some point.
Fuck
Because
yeah.
just it requires a fudge pudding packet into the cookie. I'm like,
You'll say fudge or a wild fox will appear and steal it from you.
yeah, we'll see. I don't know if he physically can be up at this time of day. Because he's a couple hours behind me, so it's like
Yeah.
6 for him.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's shadowy presence right now resembles my sleep paralysis demon lurking in
Yeah, the lighting is morning.
I have a ring light.
Hello.
My lighting right now is better because there are only so many lights in this apartment. They're not enough. So I have a giant windows.
That's the east, and that's where my window is, so.
I have no idea what direction I'm facing.
Well, okay, so to be fair,
giant windows.
Technically, east and west is like this way-ish, so the sun is always over there, but that's not the point. Shh. Hello.
Does that do anything?
Well, I mean, I can see your face now, kind of.
Yeah. Nice.
Hello.
Now you're more having an angst moment rather than a I'm gonna murder you moment.
An angst moment?
Chat's like,
yeah.
yeah.
Just...
You with your bright pink shirt.
Right. This is my crisis moment.
I thought we were, well, I hoped that we were going to get an opinionated discussion about gingerbread versus Gingersnaps, but it appears for once in their food life, my co-host opinions align.
Yeah.
I have firm opinions about why I don't like one of them.
Well, chat, don't forget to vote in this round's, I have more votes than I have viewers, so I guess nobody forgot. But,
Yeah.
It's pretty evenly split. So, chat, why for do you like or dislike the ginger cookies or the the bread or the snaps. Which my bread, let me tell you, my brain was like, gingerbread is not a cookie, and I was very confused for a bit. And then CB reminded me that the gingerbread men are gingerbread cookies, and I was like, why did I not remember this? It's like, wait a second. So, ginger snaps are cookies. Gingerbread is not. But gingerbread cookies is a cookie.
Mm-hmm.
It is a cookie made of gingerbread. It is 8 a.m. my time. I'm pretending to be part of the daytime world. Joys of a day job. I feel that. Well, except I don't have a day job. I'm not really entirely sure. I know the difference.
Ginger snaps are like orangey ones.
Yeah, ginger snaps are like smaller and they're like crunchy. Gingerbread cookies are softer and they have differing flavors.
I also feel like ginger snaps have more cinnamon flavor to them.
Ginger snaps just generally have more flavor to them.
Depends on who made the gingerbread. I should have said it's such a surprise to me, Joe. Okay. I don't love gingerbread men, so I want the snaps. But I've not eaten one. Fake news, no gingerbread cookies in my world. Well,
I want to live in your world. Just kidding. I like the idea of them. And like the I need water.
My sister and I hate store-bought gingerbread cookies. And I mean store-bought gingerbread cookies, but like homemade aren't.
I've never had the store-bought. It's like a thing in my house.
I'm finding
kids for sneaking icing into my mouth, and then my mom would be like, "Did you eat icing?" And I'd be like, "No," and I had like green smeared across my cheeks.
I too enjoy gingerbread cookies. I just don't like because the store-bought ones, they like make them less for flavor, more for structural integrity. Because normally the gingerbread cookies we get at the store are for those kits that like so you can build the gingerbread houses and stuff. So they're not actually made to be tasty. They're just made to not fall to pieces on you when you're building. Yes. But like my sister and I found some homemade recipes. Or not some homemade recipes. We found some recipes to make gingerbread at home, and as with all things, when my sister and I decide, well, we're just going to make this at home, it is delicious. And I don't much enjoy, controversial opinion in a cookie war, I don't like most cookies. They're dry, and if I don't have something that I'm soaking them in, like milk or chocolate milk, they is not my jam. So I like a lot of the like cookies that other people are like. A lot of cookie enthusiasts don't like the same cookies I do because I like them because they're not cookie like. like a fudge cookie appeals to me because it has fudge in it, not necessarily because it's a cookie. So
I like cookies, but I would have a brownie over a cookie typically.
Yeah, like I like dipping a cookie in coffee. That's really good.
Never had it.
It has to be like a really sound cookie. Like it can't be like a ginger snap. Yeah, ginger snap dipped in coffee, fantastic.
Having made both gingerbread cookies and ginger snaps, I like ginger snaps better. It's fair. I also like ginger snaps. Yeah. Look, I wasn't asked if I liked cookies before I joined this. That wasn't. We can still chill in the kingdom, right? More for the rest of you. Matt with the crumbs in his drink again.
Look, that's
if the cookie. First of all, if the cookie is made well, I will have no crumbs in my drink.
That is true.
And if you do get crumbs at the end, that's just a little jump scare for you. And to bring a little horror into your morning coffee.
As everyone wants. It's a way to wake up.
No, when I was working in a coffee bar, we would have biscotti, and I would, have biscotti in my coffee. the first couple times I did it, I would get to the end of my coffee because I'd eat the biscotti at like the beginning of the coffee, then drink my coffee,
yes.
Then get to the end, just get a mouthful of crumbs, and I thought it was bugs. And
The best part of waking up is terror
bugs in your mouth.
I just got my screen time notification from last week. Oops.
It'd be like that.
I don't dip my cookies. I'd rather eat a burnt cookie dry than dip it. I don't like burnt anything.
Oh no, I can vibe with some burnt stuff. Burnt toast.
Why?
No,
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It's so bitter and crunchy.
Yeah, it's bitter and crunchy.
But also here's
you like crunchy peanut butter. You can't even.
No, I said we won't turn into the peanut butter wars during this stream. I specifically told Fox we were not, because the shit starter wanted me to. But I was gonna say something. You two got me off track. Oh,
we are
okay.
good
so
to do.
a thing that I discovered, because like I did the like ancestry.com thing, and one of the more fascinating parts about it is like if you pay this little extra thing, it'll like tell you a lot about your genetic alleles and predispositions. Like for example, it was like you probably have wavy hair and light eyes, and I was like, these are both true facts. One of the things was it was like your
brown, right?
My eyes are green.
Oh.
They're not even a dark green. They're a medium.
They look really dark
green.
right now.
Yes, cameras cannot capture my true eye color most of the time. It's frustrating, but no, my eyes are very green. Sometimes they look bluish, but mostly they're green. But should peanut butter cookies be made with creamy or crunchy peanut butter, and let the war begin? I think the cookie, for like, just because of the way recipes work, it should be made with creamy peanut butter, and you can add peanuts if you want the crunch, but the actual peanut butter itself should be creamy.
Every time I've had a peanut butter cookie, I have not liked it. It just it's like chalky for some reason.
It reminds me of like a protein bar.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is it so thick? It's a cookie.
Now,
why does it taste thick? That shouldn't be possible.
It's a snack, not an endurance exercise.
Yeah.
To finish my thing before I like forget, and we get off topic on peanut butter, because everybody loves or hates peanut butter. Peanut butter has very strong opinions, I've discovered, in the world. But I have my taste buds are sensitive to bitter taste, which is why like I say I don't have a sweet tooth, but a lot of people in my life are like, bitch, you have a sweet tooth. You add honey to everything. I'm like, honey is like mildly bitter. And they're like, it's a sweetener. And I'm like, but it can be bitter. And like, no, it's just that I taste the bitter, so I require more sweet for it to be sweet to me. So I like when that thing came up on my report, I was like, see, it's not just me.
I'm sending this out to the internet. Does anyone know how to make an iced chai tea without making it taste disgusting?
Like,
do you mean
a chai latte or just an iced chai tea?
It depends. It's called at my school. It's like it's. I thought it was like a chai latte, right? Not at my school. They're just like, oh yeah, it's an iced chai tea, and I'm like, is it just like the tea with ice in it? But it's not. But yeah, a chai latte. I'm struggling.
It took me a really long time to start to like chai.
What?
All right.
I didn't like chai for a really long time.
It's about 15 minutes in. Do your intros. And then we'll get back to the food discussion. And we should hop into a sprint. I got to get 50 minutes in at some point. But we have 2 hours-ish, so.
I have to make a D&D character. Okay,
Don't die.
Trying. Hello. I'm CV Ferrenz, Zero Dot Fantasy Writer, young adult fantasy person, trying to transition out of teenager. I only have so much left. College student, film major. My channel, I talk about how those things come together, or rather don't. I post about twice a year. And yeah, it's me. I make content sometimes. Links down below. Fox is gonna kill me when he watches this.
And I'm Matt Hollon, and my face is partially hidden in shadow right now for aesthetic reasons and not at all a lack of curtains.
Yeah.
I am a dark fantasy author working on my debut dark fantasy novel. I have a fantasy pirate adventure available to read. It is a short story. It is in Sasha Black's The Rebel Diaries anthology alongside 12 other wonderful villainy rebel-esque stories. It is available for purchase on Amazon and other literary retailers. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, where I will sometimes post things as they are for. Nice. And you can find me on Sam's channel, like More Than CB and More Than Everyone.
I'm streaming.
Not the month to say that, Matt.
4 Mondays in a row this month. In a row.
Are you really?
Yeah,
it's a mini CB-a-thon.
Good lord.
I don't know how much I can do. Like, it's a new semester, blah blah blah. And Sam's like, got no one else. I was like,
I take like 2 weeks off, and you're just like, then just dive in.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else to do with my life? I forgot to mention I'm working on a queer fantasy novel right now.
And hi, I'm Writing Mom Samantha and Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things, and we have very strong food opinions here. On Mondays, I host live streams very similar to this with these two quite often and a couple other regulars, and as always, I welcome guests. If you want to guest on my channel, all you have to do is DM me. That's it, and I'll work our schedules out.
Unless you fail the tests, the trials.
Yeah, but they don't need to know about those ahead of time.
Oh, sorry.
They find out about those later. If you would like to read samples of my writing so that you know I am not completely and totally full of shit when I talk about writing advice or my opinions, you can read some at my website, SamanthaLNasset.com, where I have a spooky flash fiction Until Pizza Do Us Part and a villainous murder story, All That Glitters. And while you're there, you can sign up to my newsletter to keep up to date with all things Sam. And also, if you like write-a-thons, which you're here, so I think you probably enjoy write-a-thons, the Worldwide Write-a-thon, I help co-organize it, and it will be in October. We have dates and everything announced. It's in the stream description. There's the double link tree. You can go there, find out all the things. If you applied as a host, Jess will be contacting hosts about the schedule this weekend, and I think up till Tuesday. Don't quote me on that though. I haven't double checked. And yeah, if you're having a good time, hit the like button. Maybe subscribe. Ring-a-ding the bell. Woohoo! And no, we don't. Well, maybe. I don't know. I have a Ko-fi down below.
Give Sam money.
Sam money.
I was about to be like, no, we don't say that on other people's channels. So then I'm like, this is my channel.
Welcome back to your channel.
I'm doing great. What trials?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah. Bring a swimsuit.
Swimsuits are for the weak, Matthew.
Lots of things, Carrie.
That's a bitter gene. I have it too, which makes eating veggies and salad hard. I guess the good thing is I like bitter. It just is bitter because like I love veggies and salads and stuff. My mom likes to share with me the story that when she was pregnant for me, all she could eat was McDonald's salads. That was like it. Specifically McDonald's salads. And like to this day, I'll eat a salad as a snack. I
love salads so much.
Also, but I don't want cookies.
Just give them to me. Send them to Ithaca College, guys.
Give CB my cookies. Oh, yes. Don't use the TikTok countdown timers on the stream or they will strike you. I think 3 people have lost their channels already because of this. Of course, we know that my first timer of the day is not going to have any copyright issues at all. Unless I decide to hate myself one day. I'm sitting here, I'm like, is that a petty I would do to my own self?
What would happen if like I turned evil and like we weren't friends anymore and like I'm on this is hypotheticals. Matt, fuck you. And like we weren't friends anymore and I would be sad. Wait, no, I'm evil, so I can't be sad. And then like I'm like, take all of images.
You can be sad if you're evil. It becomes like a twisted, bittersweet revenge story.
I not have any emotions other than evil.
Is evil an emotion?
Why I would end up evil.
Then why would you seek revenge?
Because I'm evil.
Okay, sorry. Anyway,
I am evil now. Okay.
So what is the action that you are taking in your evil emotions of evilry?
Evil is like, fuck Sam. I don't want any of images of this on that Sam could potentially in the future profit from when your channel gets big enough. Could I be like, no more me on your channel and you have to take it down?
I don't think so because it's original content on my channel.
Okay.
I'm not reusing your content. It's my content.
If I ever turn evil.
You just Photoshop my face over yours in all of the videos and all of the thumbnails. Everything else would stay the same. It would just be my face over yours.
Like not even your hair, like just your face.
Just my face.
Long, glorious locks.
Then I'm sending their CB gets cookies.
No.
My family has the bitter gene, and the youngest lives on vinegar chips.
I love vinegar chips.
My baby sister might also have the bitter gene.
It's like a little like punch in the face.
Mm-hmm. It's so violent.
Yeah.
Almost a dozen channels are gone, and over 100 have. Oh damn!
Oh.
I am very much under a rock.
Maybe I should double check mine.
She would have to download the videos, cut you from them, re-upload to. No, see, because I don't think that that's the case because she's like because the content is original to my channel. But I would just unlist them. I am a lazy bitch. I'd be like, no, I'm not dealing with it. Can't handle salt and vinegar chips. I have a strong aversion to bitterness.
What is vinegar bitter?
If you have the bitter gene, many things are bitter.
I was gonna say I would just call it salty.
I would call it sharp.
I don't enjoy most vinegars because of how bitter I perceive them. So, although there's this raspberry vinaigrette that my mom wants me to try, and I'm like maybe because it's raspberry. But, I'm looking for banners. There we go. There's my banners.
I can file a thing when I turn evil to remove for you to remove me from your content. She was beautiful but evil.
Evil CB gonna go through a lot of effort. Now I'd just be like, meh.
If I'm evil, like, why?
Red, why would you be evil?
I don't know.
Well, why are you?
It's so easy when you're evil. Neville, it's not to me. I do it all because I'm evil. And I do it all for free. Your tears are all the pain I'll ever, or all the comfort I'll ever need.
I don't know what song that is.
It's so easy when you're evil. That's the name of the song. It's by Voltaire. I highly recommend. Voltaire's great. Because like he has a voice that you're like, yes, that is a cartoon villain. It's so great. All right, we're gonna go into our first sprint, which is my face.
Sam's face.
My face. Not morning potato Sam, which is fine. So, who wants to count us down?
I do.
All right, go ahead.
A 3, a 2, a 1, go.
And we're back. How did everybody do that sprint?
I didn't do a lot of work, but the important thing is that I made tea.
I made a D&D character, which is what I set out to do, but I don't understand why his AC is so fucking low. He's a barbarian, he's 8th level, and his AC is 15. And not like adding armor, nothing's like putting it up. Like he's not wearing armor and it's 15. If I add armor, it lowers.
Yeah, because like armor does not do nice things for barbs.
Yeah, but I'm like, why is he AC 15? I don't usually play. I usually play thieves or like rangers.
If you send me the sheet, I'll look at it.
I did send you the sheet.
Yeah, I mean a link to the sheet. I can't.
But like, also, yeah. So I'm doing, for anyone that's interested, I'm doing a like at my school there is a D&D club, and I'm doing a like one-shot thing today at noon. And it's an 8th level dungeon crawl / dragon hunt, and that is the information we have. And it's point buy. It's point buy.
What?
So it's a point buy system. So all of my stats are so fucking low.
Oh.
Like I have 2 18s because I put everything into strength and constitution.
Yeah.
That's like 10. Everything else is like 10, and I'm like, why? So anyways, that's what I did.
So, I'm sorry that part of me is like something does seem off there, but also that could just be a thing. But I have to like, it's been a bit since I played a barbarian. Well, since I played anything.
Yeah.
I've learned that leaning back away from the sunbeam allows my face to be not dead.
Blind. Your face is the yin yang. Hello and welcome. Busy morning. I'll pop in chat when I can. Well, we welcome you when you are here. Breakfast achievement unlocked. Oh yeah.
I want breakfast.
So 266 words. StreamYard jumped up, then down, then did a weird glitch. So I don't know what StreamYard's smoking. 266 words, nice. I didn't get a lot of writing done, but did feed myself breakfast. Breakfast is good. It is very important. Got a warm cuppa, another cookie, and started editing the video of making the cookies. Nice. Matt, did you say what you did?
I said I got tea. And then I read a few pages. I did a little bit of read and tag. And so during like the beginning of the stream, my cat was outside like just begging to come in.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because I don't live here anymore. So I'm like, yeah, come on in. And then she goes and just kind of slowly walks in, and I pick her up and put her on my lap, and she goes and leaves.
This
and
is
then
not
immediately starts chewing on plastic, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess you're leaving then. But,
Yep. My cat loves chewing on wires.
I mean, I get that.
Do
Yeah,
you? Do
a little
you chew on wires?
I don't chew on wires, but I sure would like to.
Oh, okay. I'll send you some wires to chew on.
Yeah, like I just know it's bad for me, you know.
I got coffee and bugged Ann on Instagram. Nice. Accomplished research for my D&D campaign. All the D&D. Did some cleaning before my partner comes over for church. Nice. So he is dumb as a box of rocks, but strong as granite. Good luck, don't die.
Yeah. I mean, he has like a 10 intelligence, I think is what
That's
I gave
average.
him. Yeah.
Barbarians aren't really meant for armor. Armor is for those who can't just smash the thing into nothingness. Yeah, like I said, I have to relook at barbarian, but I'm pretty sure that like that's actually right because a if I remember, especially in 5e, barbarians are. It's not about not getting hit. It's about the fact that they are sponges.
I do,
And
yeah. I have 144 hit points.
They can just take. So it's like for a barbarian, and I actually think that like your rage stops working if you either don't get hit or you don't hit something. So it's like you kind of want to get hit. Also, I think you take half damage while you're raged.
Yeah, I think so.
You do.
Like I said, it's been a bit since I played, but barbarian is one of my top 3 classes.
I'm also like a little nervous because the adventures from moderate to high level like experience, and I'm like, I do. It's just experience from like a couple years ago.
That's fine. Just tell them you're rusty.
I am.
Because it's the truth.
My 5th level bard has 37 hit points.
What level?
5th
level. Yeah. Bards are, like I said, which RP like graciously reminded me of. Barbarians aren't really about not getting hit. It's just about the fact that they can get hit so much more than everyone else and be fine. I love my little gnome barbarian. She was great.
I'm gonna for anyone likes Critical Role, my next character that I'm gonna make a few for the campaign because we have like no information. So if everyone shows up as a barbarian, I think actually let's fight a fucking dragon. That'd be hilarious.
No one will be able to heal anyone else.
No,
it's hard for you all to die.
Let's hit it before it hits us. But I'm gonna make a couple different ones, and one of them is Zev. I'm gonna make a discount Vex from Critical Role, just because options.
As for what I did, I harassed my co-host with a link to Voltaire's. It's so easy when you're evil.
I didn't click on it. I was
okay. You were busy focusing. Matt was.
I was not. I listened to that song twice.
I had it on repeat.
Damn.
It's so like
good though. Especially one of my favorite parts is he's like, when it's so lonely, when you're evil, I'm lying through my teeth. Your tears are all the company I need. It's just so good. It's so happily evil. He's so gleeful about his job. I love that song. 5e barbarians are intended to smash, have no filter, and take as much damage as possible, so the rest of the party doesn't get hit as much.
If you guys and chat, if you were like a D&D character, what like race and class would you be?
Oh, so not like what I would want to play. Like I'm trying to be like I'm trying to be self-aware here.
Yeah.
Oof.
I would be a dwarf, I'm pretty sure.
You said a dork, and I'm like,
I am a gnome. I am a gnome.
I mean, I think I would be a dwarf or a halfling, maybe, but probably a dwarf. I just think they're fantastic.
I kind of think I would be a halfling, but like
we're a very short party, guys.
I don't know. There's so many things I could be class-wise.
Who would say they would be an elf? Like that would take a level.
Yeah, to be like, I think I'd be flawless.
Pretty people.
Most of my friends in high school would have said I would have been an elf because like I have slightly pointy ears and like.
Pointy ears?
Okay, but that's not what my friends in high school would say. I would say that I would be a halfling before an elf, but that's because halflings are based on hobbits, and I want that many meals a day. But
that was my exact line of thinking.
But
I could never be a hobbit.
But I literally had a friend who used to call me Legolas because she was just obsessed with the fact that if she did my hair a certain way, I look like I could be Legolas's dark-haired little sister. Not anymore, mind you, because now my face is round. But in high school, I had very sharp features. Mm-hmm. Like I showed you the picture.
Yeah, I've seen what you look like. Yeah, I'd probably be like a dwarf rogue, which is a weird combo. Unlike bards, we probably all actually be bards.
I mean,
yeah,
I play a half-orc rogue in a D&D thing, so I did. I love playing a wild mage, elf, or human. Nice.
But what would you be?
Yeah, I would probably be a.
They would be a wild magic elf.
A halfling bard.
Evil CV's army. I got minions.
Oh, that reminds me. There was somebody. Oh, chat. Where did it go? Somebody offered to be your non-binary. This one.
Yeah,
For
Kelly,
once.
that's what I said. They did.
Yeah, I will be the yes.
I
So
don't
CB,
have. I'm not mean.
my apprentices are building
I would
actual
feel
armies
bad.
now.
Like really quickly. I would be like, I could possibly be an anti-hero, but I'd probably still feel bad. I mean, there are like bad people.
You care too much. You
But
would have to truly enter your evil era.
Yeah, something would have to go wrong. So, an AU of the main storyline, if like Sam, I don't know, something happens to Sam, you wouldn't die because you're immortal. And then Matt and I go off on an adventure to get you back, and I turn evil or angsty during it.
I had a bad flare up, as all ancient immortals do on occasion.
And then we think you like got.
We're like, we gotta save her.
Like we haven't heard from her in 2 weeks. This is unlike Sam. They go on a wild adventure. They finally get there. I'm just drinking tea.
We're like we go up to someone like maybe Fox, and we're like, where's Sam? Like we have to talk to her. And Fox goes, let her rest. And we think that you're dead. She's like, no, she's an immortal.
He'd do it that way too. Definitely a ranger, but not sure what. See, I'm the opposite. Definitely a rogue. I mean, definitely a gnome. Not sure of the class. My partner says my class would be cleric and my race is half elf. That's fair. But why cleric over paladin?
Yeah. That is so offset.
Half elf or tiefling warlock, fair.
Nice. I mean, if you're a writer, you'd probably be a bard, but for variety in our
That's not how that other people can write than bards. Bards are performers.
Oh. Okay, everyone on camera right now. Would have to be a bard. Not have to be. We can multi-class.
Yeah, like I was thinking,
CB,
I was like, maybe I could maybe be like a sorcerer.
Have you forgot the knife incident?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I have rogue tendencies. Or ranger. I could be a ranger.
What's the knife incident? Oh, never mind.
When I couldn't when I, didn't bother looking for my ice for my window scraper and I just used the knife in my van.
I was thinking of a different knife incident. That is a fair one though.
I like that there are many knife incidents.
Which one are you thinking?
The knife incident. Can you be more specific?
Pull, like a knife when like someone surprised you, like you were like doing dishes and you pulled out a knife.
Oh yes.
See?
In real life, I would be. That reminds me of a knife story. I would be a bard orc who wants to get into everyone's pants, regardless if I'm supposed to be fighting them or not. That's fair. I have a character who's a human sorcerer warlock. Nice. So a couple more knife stories. One, I have this very nice Cutco cutting knife, right? It's very lovely. It went missing, and I was very upset that it went missing because it's like my best knife. One day I'm in my room and I open a drawer and there it is. And I call my sister and I'm like, why is my Cutco knife in the drawer by my bed? And she's like, oh, I forgot to tell you I put it there when I was watching the kids. And I'm like, okay. That makes sense. And I'm like, bitch, don't lose my kitchen knives. I have stabbing knives for that. And she's like, but that one's so much better. And I'm like, that's fair. That is a very good knife. But basically, my sister's just really paranoid and she was like watching the kids overnight. So she had the knife where she could get it easy access. But I'm like, I literally have 2 other knives in that same dresser. For why? Mm-hmm. And the other thing is I asked my youngest to bring me I was like, bring me a knife to cut something open with. She goes right for my butterfly knife. She didn't bring me a kitchen knife. She didn't bring me scissors or anything. She went right for my butterfly knife and just handed it to me. And she's like, I like watching you open it. And I'm like, oh, valid. Okay.
Yeah, my entire life, my dad has had a knife, like a pocket knife on him, but like one of the big ones. So I'm just like, can I have your knife? Just the default, you can get a knife from my father at any point.
My dad is same. I like pockets though, so I am not saying.
I like pockets as well. I have weapons in my purses, not on my person.
Same. And in my vehicle and throughout my house. I can get to one fairly easy, but it's just not directly on me. I've yet to play the character is made. I feel that too. She said because of her limited knowledge of D&D. Oh, okay.
Oh. I'm just staring at my hair.
It's fine. My brain died. Oh, I don't think I ever said what I did that sprint. No, I harassed y'all. And then I'm also purchasing some stuff, but it's all like when websites are like you get free shipping if you spend so much money, and then like I spend more than that because I haven't got to that point of money. I'm sitting here like, how much can I finesse to get like right up there? And I think I have finally done it.
Reached the level.
Yes, because like before, if I just got the like 2 things I was gonna get with shipping and everything, it was gonna be 60, like almost 70. But now I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 items for 68, and I'm willing to pay that extra $9.
Damn, yeah.
Unrelated, CB, you may be getting a sticker in a notebook for no reason. But yeah.
I will always accept presents. It's like a general blanket statement.
I mean, it's a fair blanket statement.
Yeah, I like getting shit.
Chat, what are you working on? Did I ever ask you? I'm sorry.
Everyone answered my D&D question. I'm like really happy about that. Like really happy. Like maybe unreasonably happy.
No, it's been really fun playing this bard that I'm playing now because it's one of those where it's like, oh,
I got like 3 minutes.
His intelligence is pretty low. And it's like, oh, well, he's got to be strong then, right? And it's like, no, actually, not that either. Because he's just a weak idiot. But he's charismatic.
Toss a coin to a witcher. Like, that's what I listen to over this friend. I love that song.
Don't get me banned. Copyright. I know. I was singing like so much more of Voltaire's song. I don't hear Voltaire though.
I was wearing an outfit the other day that just gave extreme bard vibes. It was like my button-down pirate shirt that's like kind of flowy. It's black. It's like kind of like it's billowy, and then maroon slacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like bard.
I love that.
I was wearing a bunch of jewelry as well. And I was like,
my bard currently is wearing a pirate hat because he won it in a bet with a pirate.
That's so valid.
It's fair. My gnome barbarian has like, first of all, she's a gnome, so like already weapons in a certain size range, she don't like. I had to do something to get proficient with them, otherwise I would have had minuses to my rolls. And then somebody like had a large hammer, and for a quest, they were like, "What do you want for a reward?" And she's like, "Well, I'd like that hammer over there." And the guy goes, "This hammer?" And she's like, "Yeah, that hammer." And he's like, "All right, roll for persuasion." And I rolled a nat 20, and he's like, "Well, it's her hammer now." And so like, but the DM was like, "Okay, you have to like, she has to work this many hours to not get negatives on that roll." And let me tell you, that hammer, I roll all those fucking negatives. Like I was slowly working off that debt, but even with negatives, because I have so many bonuses to my attack rolls, I'm like, yes, bitches.
Hammer larger than she is.
Everything. It is. It's bigger. It's so much bigger than her. She is an anime character at this point. I was bored one day and used one of my empty dot grid notebooks to make a journal. Nice. We had a mage who always uses spells just to level up, and he decided to freeze a water elemental. Yes. All right, now this is the final. After this sprint, we're probably just gonna wait. I can math. That'll be 135. Yeah, we'll still have time to like do a wrap up and outros. See, I know what I'm doing, Savion. Don't yell at me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are we ready? Yes. All right. Matt, count us down.
3, 2, 1, go.
And we're back.
Hello there.
Hello. So, how did everybody do that sprint?
One of my legs is asleep from like mid-calf down, and it was not the vibes.
I spent the entire 20 minutes discussing my purchase with my husband because I was like, well, at first I'm like, so I think I'm gonna get this stuff, which will actually take me to just like less than 10 more than it originally was. And he's like, how did you do that? And I'm like, well, here's how it works. And he's like, oh, okay. But then like I went to start making the purchase and it was like tax, and I'm like, tax. He's like, should you put stuff back? And I'm like, well, no, because like before I still would have had tax, and tax would have been like $5-6, and now it's just like $6-7. And he's like, so it's really not that big a difference. And I'm like, no, I just tax.
I told your victory.
Always a surprise.
It's like, well, because I was waiting for it to like do the tax, and it just like there was no mention of tax anywhere, and there was like a site I purchased from recently that just doesn't do tax, and I'm like, okay, maybe this site's like that. No, and where I live, tax is like 9.5%. So I'm like, for why do you hurt my soul? So now I'm just sitting here going, do I need four stickers? I could just get 2. I don't need 4, but it's only like it's less than a $2 difference. So like, the Virgo in me is like, take advantage, optimize your free shipping now. And I'm like,
I agree with the Virgo in you. I also made another D&D character. They exist. There's 2 of them. I'm not making another one.
That's fair.
I finished the chapter I was reading with like 3 minutes left in the sprint, and I'm just like, I'm not going to start another chapter with, like, I don't want to leave in the middle of a chapter, but now I'm also just like, what do I do for 3 minutes?
Penumbra says, I have been working through the whole chatty time. Can Sam get some bonus points for chatty productivity? I appreciate you and your soul. I have been told by a couple people that my mere presence makes them more productive. Specifically, shout out to Tina. But Savion said no, but I got 50 after this one. So, get bonus minutes for no. I just thought that was bonus points. It's all good. I appreciate you and your efforts. So this Writeathon draws near its close. I thought still you have time to get in.
It's a poem.
I know, but oh, that's a line, not an I. Okay. So this Writeathon draws near its close, though still you have time to get in your prose. Stop barking at the people on the street. Godspeed your writings, my author 2 friends, and may you find cookies around your next bends. That's very nice. I'm sorry, my dog is just looming now. Get down! You're not supposed to be on the couch because you do the thing.
Which puppy?
Nabby. Vi is too big and lazy to try to jump on this couch. She'll just try to lick my mouse from weird angles. 260 words this time. Figuring out the plot of this particular story, the notes part, is always easier. That's fair. Designed a race of hags to be the main antagonist of my campaign. Things have been accomplished. Yes. 258 words. Nice. I did 200 words and I'm contemplating on how to carry on with this scene. I wish you much luck in this endeavor. My brain died again, as happens frequently. All right, so we are sprint number 13 of the Cookie Kingdom Civil War. I should go end that poll. The poll has ended with Gingerbread cookies winning.
Gingerbread won?
Really?
Gingerbread won!
But chat was all like, Gingersnaps.
It's like, this is This is a wild turn of events because literally I was the only person I think who had nice things to say about gingerbread.
Yeah.
So this is wild. The wild turn of events. What I was going to say, however, is there is another sprint after this at Pages and Paladins. They are sprint 14, and then it's the Cookie Kingdom War Writeathon closing chat, which Savion has been saying. I think there's Purple Cookie Awards. So if you want to know what that is, check that out, because I don't know what that is. But it sounds exciting. So there's that. Go ahead. Do your outros, my peeps.
All right. I am Matt Hollon. I am a dark fantasy author working on my debut dark fantasy novel. I have a short story out called The White Harvester. It's a pirate story. It is available in Sasha Black's The Rebel Diaries anthology alongside 12 other wonderful short stories. It is available for purchase on Amazon and other places that sell books. And if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, they're both down there.
We're pro-consensual stalking here.
We are. We are. And you can find me on Sam's channel pretty regularly.
My cat is currently hunting shadows beneath me. I'm CB Ferrenz, young fantasy writer, college student, teenager, and on my film major. And on my channel, I talk about how those things come together, or rather do not. I'm working on a queer fantasy novel right now. I post every once in a while. I'm usually on Sam's channel as well, and on my social stuff.
It's like I have regulars.
Or something.
Something like that.
And hello, yes, I am Writing Mom Samantha on Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. On Mondays, I host streams much like these, and sometimes a little wilder. We have a good time. All of September, we're doing writing sprints, but in October, I will be having a Let's Talk movie, which, if you go to my community tab, you can vote on the movie. I love giving people a say. I did not have my checklist up. There we go. If you'd like to read a sample of my writing, go to my website, SamanthaLNasset.com, and read my spooky flash fiction Until Pizza Do Us Part, or my murderish short story, All That Glitters. I was about to say Until Glitters. All That Glitters. Also, you can read both of them. Nothing is stopping you.
At the same time.
Yeah, she screams. Alternate words.
And if you like write-a-thons, the World Write-a-thon is in October. Jess will be contacting hosts, and as soon as all the hosts are sorted out, we will begin co-host recruiting. Ooh. This round, we actually have quite a few hosts who put into the option to have co-hosts assigned to them. So keep an eye out on maybe a co-host call for post or a application. We're not 100% certain how we're doing it yet, but Jess is excited to do it, so looking forward to it. And yeah, if you like the stream and you like the things, then click the like button, subscribe, ring-a-ding the bell. My brain has officially checked out for the day, and I just woke up, so yeah, that's good things. Bodes well. Thank you all for coming, and stay on the playlist or click the playlist in the description to go to the next sprint. See you. Bye.